back to again on my YouTube channel and on Facebook. To the front of you again, I have come here taking some strategy for reforming of for English speaking part, because mostly time many of the friends may be thinking that how to speak to very frankly, how to speak to exactly manifestly like that matter. Most of the times like that kinds of the matter may be coming in most of the friends mind. I'm telling of you, if you're wanting to improve for perfect English speaking, you will have to follow some tips, you will have to follow some tricks. If you will follow some tips and some tricks, really you all my friends will be able to talk to exactly very well. And if you not follow that, then really in whole life you will be muddling, you will be haggling. So I'm just saying to you some a step for rectifying of our English speaking part. Please you go to listen very carefully, and after listening to exactly mindfully, you will have to mug up that all point. Which point about I will share to you that all kinds of point exactly you will have to soak up exactly in this if you will go to soak up that all points which I will share to you, which I will contribute to among all of you, really you will feel to very cogenius while speaking. You will not muddle anywhere while speaking. If this point, if you will keep care while speaking them, and if you will not keep care that kinds of the points while speaking, then really you will not be able to overcome from that problem which circumstance that is coming in your mind. From that you will not be able to get over. So please you carry out of that. I'm just going to tell you, if while speaking you are stuck anywhere, then there may be so many reasons. First reason, what is that? I think there is a lack of words in your mind. If there is a lack of any words inside of the mind, and if you want to speak to exactly of anything, then really you will be stuck. And there is also maybe exactly while speaking, some of the people they think of that some points of the grammatical. If your grammar function or grammar system that is poor, then also from that you will be stopped while speaking and you will be stuck. So I'm telling you, first of all, you prepare for vocabulary. You prepare after that for some parts of the grammar points, which is very mandatory for our life for using of that helping verb as can, could, should, you'd. There are so many parts of the modal verb. About that you will have to care while speaking, because generally mostly people are knowing the helping verb of that tense related, which is coming in tense. That all of the helping verb of the tense many of the friends are knowing, but mostly people are muddling exactly in using of modals verb. I'm telling you some part of the modal verbs you exactly know very well. After that you go to use of that word while speaking, where that use correct points. About that you will have to care before speaking, then you will be able to speak exactly, frankly and very forthrightly. Second point, third point also there is coming. Some of the people they think that while speaking, if I will start to speak of any kinds of the points, and while speaking if I will be muddled, then what the people will start to think about of my speaking like that matter. If it is going in any of the friends mind, I am telling to you, you do not keep up any suspense, you do not keep up any what avarsment. If you keep like this avarsment, then really you will not be able to talk to more and more in your daily life, whether which topic about you will want to have, which topic about you will want to negotiate with anyone. One that you will not be able to talk exactly manifestly. So I say to you, you all friends, when you start to talk to any kinds of the matter, at that time you do not keep up any scare, you do not keep up any fear inside of the heart, whether inside of the mind. If you keep like that fear inside of the mind, then really you will not be able to speak, and that will be very big hurdle for our life while speaking. So this point also will have to care. You have not need to think about of the people what they will think about of my speaking if I will be mistaken somewhere while speaking them. You have not need to bring up like that meter inside of the mind. Then while speaking you will not muddle and you will not huddle. But mostly student I have seen, when I call up any students, when I call up any student here for explaining of any kinds of a meter, when I say them, then at that moment just that person start to explain sometime well, and they think to themselves that I will explain more and more further. But when they start to talk to more and more longer, at that time just that person minds start to be exactly unconcentrated. I am telling to you, like that points you will not have to have till when you are talking. Till then all of you will have to keep the mind exactly on that topic. and most likely you will have to go to speak to all those kinds of the points, then you will not muddle anywhere. And second point also there is coming, when I start to think of any kinds of the matter. Oh, now I am thinking how to express of all those kinds of the sentences, how to speak to well, how to deal to all those kinds of the matter with any friends, with any persons. Also, like that, the suspense. Do not let me speak to all those kinds of the matter. I am telling you, you do not think about of any person, how to deal to all those kinds of the matter with each another, and how to talk to more any other kinds of the point with each another. That kinds of the matter you will not have to bring up inside of the mind. Then you will be able to overcome from that kinds of the circumstance, from that kinds of the problem. And also second thing more comes. What happens while speaking? Mostly student also they start to talk very well. First time they speak to well, second time they start to feel to themselves that from where to bring up that kinds of the word, from where to bring up these kinds of the sentences, how to express well, how to dispose well. Like that matter in mostly student mind start to come while speaking. I am telling to you, you will not have to think of any suspenseful matter. You will not have to think of any what very muddling matter. If you think exactly of any negativity matter, really you will be formal while speaking. So I just said to you, like that negativity matter, whether fumbling matter, whether there's any wrong matter, whether dead duck matter, you will not have to acquire inside of the mind. You will have to acquire those kinds of the matter which is very useful, which is very worth things for your life. About that only you absorb and only you try to express of that kinds of the points step by step. Your speaking will become exactly fluency and you will feel to very comfort while speaking. And one thing more, you take care everyone. If you are wanting to talk effortlessly, then you will not have to give the pressure the back of your mind while speaking, as now you all people are speaking of all those kinds of the Hindi or common language sentences. In the same way, if you are wanting to speak of whole English, then simply you think of all those kinds of the matter and exactly commonly you speak of all those points that will be spoken by you very well, and your speaking will become exactly tremendous, will become exactly peculiar. You will feel, oh what my English is. Like that matter automatically will start to come in all of your mind. If this matter will be acquired automatically in all of your mind, you will feel very courageous the back for talking to any kinds of a matter. If you are wanting to overcome from these kinds of suspense, I just say to you, please you start to think from today exactly positive matter, and exactly talking of that all that kinds of the matter exactly in simple way and exactly in a positive way, then really your speaking will become nice and you will feel to yourself, I have lots confidence, I have very much confidence for expressing of any kinds of the points. This which I have elaborated the front of you, I am telling to you about of that. Also you get and also you practice in your daily life and you make success. But some of the people they think that, but when any people who goes on the stage and while speaking on the stage, just they start to feel to very nervous, looking of all those audience, looking of all those onlooker. In that moments, how will you control of your mind, looking of those all audience, because you are single person on the dash and the front of you there are many people's eyes are contacting just to you, and they all are looking you and you are looking of all those people, but these eyes are unable to control of all those kinds of the concept after looking of all those audience. When you are looking to audience by these eyes, at that times you will have to see only, you will not have to distract the mind after looking of all those audience. If you will be distracted looking of the audience, looking of onlooker, then really you will not be able to talk about of that kinds of the concept. Which concept about you will want to talk among of all those beholder. I tell you, please you must care of that matter which I have suggested, which I have depicted initial of this video, whether which I have told of you throughout the point for right grasping, for right understanding. You get it and you practice step by step in your daily life, and you make exactly friendship of speaking part. I think you all friends may have been understood of that kinds of the strategy, and all of the students will have to follow. If you follow, really I'm telling you, you will become to success. Because also in my previous life, when I used practice for talking anything in English, at that time also my mind was distracted, my mind was exactly unconcentrated. At that time also I would think same like of you, as you all friends may be thinking, who is not able to speak to completely part of anything in English, as who is thinking like that meter. Just like that also in the previous time I would think, and I would practice many times for talking of anything English with a teacher, with any person who was understanding to perfect English with them. I would practice like that. Also you practice, and also you make exactly of a complete part of your English point. I think you all will follow up this which I have told of you in this video. Again I will come to taking some new strategy in my next video. For till then, thank you, bye bye.